We live in extraordinary times. We're surrounded by more species of animals and plants than has probably ever existed at any one time in the history of the Earth. For nearly 50 years, I've been lucky enough to spend my time travelling around the Earth, documenting those animals and those plants. But it's now increasingly apparent that one species, our own, has developed the unique ability of so altering its surroundings that it can destroy whole species, indeed whole environments. How great is the damage we're actually doing to the world? Why is it that what we do has such a destructive effect? And how can we change what we do in order to ensure that our children and our grandchildren inherit as wonderful and as varied a world as we were lucky enough to do? I'll be putting those questions to some of the world's leading scientists in order to discover the very important answers. I will be looking for clues all over the world. Some can be found on the savannas of Africa. Others are to be sought under the sea. We will visit our own past and consider our future. And scientists will talk about their own most recent research in order to help us understand the truth about the current state of our planet. First, we have to establish the facts about the scale of the damage we have done to the Earth so far. "40 years ago, our curiosity about the worlds beyond our planet led to one of the most stupendous achievements in human history.
We have ignition sequence start.
Paradoxically, sending a rocket towards the moon made us aware in a radically new way of the true nature of the world it left behind. For most of human history, our world had seemed vast and its resources infinite. But those men in space saw something different.
That is the most beautiful sight. What a view! It's absolutely unreal. I have never seen it. All I can say is spectacular.
The astronaut's view made us realize more vividly than ever before that the Earth is limited in both its space and its resources. From that, it follows that there must also be a limit on the amount of life our planet can hold. Living creatures on this planet have always had to endure natural catastrophe and change. Yet now there is a greater variety of life on Earth than there has ever been. So change and damage are not necessarily destructive to life as a whole. And the view from space showed us why. It's because such damage, even when on a scale that seems disastrous to those of us in the midst of it, is usually local in extent. Indeed, we now realize that such change is the spur which has created life's richness by presenting new opportunities and challenges to which animals and plants have responded. Life, in fact, can recover from or adapt to even very great local damage. But today, the damage inflicted by humanity is global, and it's taking place at a speed that is without precedent in the whole 3.5 billion years of its history. To understand the scale of our impact on the rest of life, we have to discover just how great the diversity of life on Earth really is. For the past 500 years, scientists and explorers have traveled the world cataloguing its natural wonders. We can still see the biggest creature that has ever lived, the blue whale, and the simplest, microscopic bacteria. On land, in the air, and under the sea, we have discovered an astonishing variety of life forms. That work is still going on, giving us an ever better understanding of this astonishing variety of life, this biodiversity. So, how many different kinds of living things are there? Biologist Sir Robert May has made a special study of this question.
Amazingly, we don't actually know how many distinct species have been named and recorded. For the major groups like birds and mammals, the furries and the featheries, we really do know. But for most groups, they're on scattered records in different museums, not yet coordinated into one big computer base. Best guess would be about 1.5 million different plants, animals, fungi, algae.
This listing and cataloguing of the natural world has occupied the lives of many experts and still does. A total as great as 1.5 million species might seem to suggest that we have discovered the majority of life forms on the planet.